to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I thought it'd be really fun today to do a face full of first impressions. I was lucky enough to get a few more bits and bobs of makeup off of a friend of mine who was decluttering, and I thought, why not try and do a bunch of different first impressions on here. So today's video is just more of the application for all of my thoughts on these products. Go check out the blog post, it'll be linked down below, and you can tell me if you already tried any of these products, what your thoughts are if you have, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm starting off with this NARS foundation. It's the Sheer Glow foundation in Santa Fe. So I'm applying the sample size with this brush I found at the dollar store, and as you can tell, I'm not impressed. So I went back round two, put some more foundation on, I took the other one off, and I'm using a sponge that I also got at the dollar store for, I think it was $2.50. Now I'm using a ColourPOP blush shade that I just got from a friend of mine, my friend Jillian, and I'm using it as a contour slash bronzer type shade because it's obviously much too deep for my skin tone. I know that they don't really apply all that well with a brush, so I did get some pigment. And now I'm going with a sample size of NARS Orgasm, and I have a shade from e.l.f. that's like this color, and I love this color, especially for spring and summer, and I think it stuck rather well to the foundation. Now I'm using Benefit's What's Up, and I'm using it as a highlight on the high points of my cheek, as well as my cupid bow, my nose, and the top parts of my brow in my temple area. And now going in with the NYX Wonder Stick Dual Ended Highlight and Contour. I'm just putting a little bit of highlight under my eyes, the middle of my brows and forehead, and I will also add some to my chin just to highlight the area. I am going to be doing a brand comparison between this Hard Candy and Wet n Wild soon. And now moving on to the eyes, I'm using this e.l.f. Baked Blush Trio in Lavender Love. And I'm taking that lightest shade and just kind of placing it all over my lid and into my crease with this big fluffy brush. Can be a little messy with it, just something as a transition. Now using this in-between shade, you don't really need to apply this to the lid, but I did it on the other eye before finishing, so for consistency I did it again. And I'm just softening out the edges before I go in with this MAC pigment. I'll push the edge, and I'm just packing this all over my lid, and I am going to make a slightly harsh line through the crease, which I will buff out in a moment with that very first shade. So just keep buffing until that line has softened and it's blended well. It might take you a while. I would suggest a different crease color, but I really wanted to focus on using this trio. And I'm just going in and re-intensifying some of the pigment on the lids and using the in-between purple shade left over on the brush to help soften it. Now taking the deepest, darkest color on a very small brush, I'm going to be working that into my bottom lash line as close to the lash line as possible, and making sure it connects to the outer corner of my eye and comes almost all the way into the inner tear duct. And then taking this medium purple color, I'm just going to buff out that darker shade to have some cohesion with it and to make sure it doesn't look too harsh. So taking Benefit's What's Up, I'm going to be using a lip brush to place this on my inner tear duct and the inner corner of my eye, just to help intensify the very first shade in that palette, which I'm using on a very small pointed brush to really work it in to make it nice and bright. And then I'm using this Revlon Mega Multiplier Mascara that I received from Influencer to try out, and I'm just going to coat my lashes with 2 coats on the top and the bottom. And now moving on to lips, I'm going to be using this NYX Liquid Suede in Sandstorm, and I'm going to be overdrawing my lips ever so slightly. To me it seems more noticeable when I do it because I'm not used to it, but it set quite well. And I'm just going to use this Quo lip gloss to highlight just the center points of both my top and bottom lip to give it a little bit more of that juicy, fuller look. So that is the finished makeup look. I'm quite liking the look. I like most of the products. The foundation is the only thing I'm not sure is going to work for me. On camera it actually doesn't look too bad, but it's starting to oxidize in real life and it's probably a little bit dark for me. The only thing that is a total hard hit and miss is this thing, which is a complete waste of money, although it was only like $2 from the dollar store, but still not digging it. But for my full thoughts on everything else that I have on my face, please go check out the blog post linked down below. I will leave all the thoughts there. I will also leave all the products there as well. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya!